Welcome to Manifestation Station Channel. Today we invite you to immerse yourself in the wisdom of Dr. Joe Dispenza. Prepare to embark on a journey of self-discovery and renewal. So sit back, relax, and open your mind to the possibility of a brighter, more fulfilling day ahead. Let's dive in and listen to this to start your day with intention and purpose. Throughout history, humanity has been conditioned to fear the unknown, a fear ingrained over millennia. As a result, our thoughts, choices, and actions tend to follow familiar patterns, perpetuating the same experiences and emotions. This cycle keeps our biology stagnant, trapping us in a loop of familiarity. Yet, when exposed to new information, knowledge, and perspectives, we have the potential to break free from this cycle. By embracing change, making different choices, and engaging in new behaviors, we can create fresh experiences and emotions. Remarkably, studies show that even within a few days, such changes can trigger genetic upregulation, promoting healing and altering bodily functions. However, the transition to the unfamiliar is often met with discomfort. Our brains and bodies resist leaving the known, clinging to familiarity like a master. Stepping into the unknown triggers uncertainty, influencing our thoughts and tempting us to revert to old habits. Without conscious awareness, we may succumb to these familiar patterns, perpetuating the cycle of sameness. True transformation requires conscious examination of our unconscious thoughts. By shining a light on these hidden beliefs, we can prevent them from dictating our actions. Within us lies a reservoir of intelligence, an objective consciousness separate from our conscious minds. This subconscious awareness, though distinct from our thinking brain, orchestrates bodily functions to align with our objectives. Embracing this consciousness allows us to navigate change with intention and awareness, unlocking the potential for true transformation. Operating behind the scenes, consciousness orchestrates an intricate symphony within our brains, managing countless automatic functions every second, both on a cellular and aggregate level. Despite our lack of conscious awareness, these processes govern vital aspects of our health and existence, regulating our heartbeat, digesting food, filtering blood, rejuvenating cells, and even organizing DNA. Such a responsibility demands an expansive and boundless consciousness, far surpassing the limited scope of our individual awareness. This objective intelligence transcends our personal knowledge, encompassing a universal essence inherent in every human being, irrespective of age, gender, education, religion, social status, or culture. Yet few pause to acknowledge its omnipotence, its inherent will, and its profound intelligence. Indeed, this aspect of consciousness breathes life into all existence, embodying a tangible intelligence with measurable energy, a force innate to the fabric of reality itself. Referred to as the Z-point field, the source or universal intelligence, it serves as the genesis of all physical form, the very essence of life force. While quantum physics strives to quantify this field of potentials, as human beings, we embody both facets of consciousness. We navigate life with subjective awareness, exercising free will to shape our experiences and destinies. Simultaneously, we are tethered to a greater intelligence, the objective consciousness that animates every moment of our existence. Science now recognizes that the physical realm, including ourselves, is a minuscule manifestation of an incomprehensibly vast cosmic realities. The question is, what is the field that holds it all together? And how do we make contact with it? The brain has the equipment, so to speak, to facilitate both these levels of consciousness. The brain without consciousness is inert and lifeless. When consciousness is facilitated through the human brain, the end result is called mind. Mind is a working brain, a brain in action. Mind comes into being when an operating brain is animated with life. There is no mind without the physical expression of life through a functioning brain. Mind, then, is the product of consciousness manipulating the subtle and diverse neural tissues of the brain. Since both of these specific levels of consciousness animate the brain to create mind, we must possess two different arrangements at work in the brain. We have conscious mind and subconscious mind, embroidered in two diverse brain systems. Accordingly, the brain has two distinct generalized systems. Hardware to facilitate two types of consciousness. Our conscious awareness is based in the neocortex, the crown of our brain. The neocortex is the seed of free will. This is the conscious thought center of the brain where everything an individual learns and experiences is recorded and where information is processed. The arrangement of how brain cells are connected together in a neocortex distinguishes you from other individuals and makes you unique. You have the ability to be consciously aware of yourself, your actions, your thoughts, your behavior, your feelings, your environment, and your mind, and to express thoughts and ideas. The invisible qualities of self-reflection, self-contemplation, and self-observation define your subjective experience of self. When we speak in terms of a person losing consciousness or regaining consciousness, we mean that he or she is leaving or returning to a level of being self-aware, awake, and possessing a conceptual memory of self. All this is managed by the neocortex, the new brain. If you're living in stress and you're living in survival, and that system is switched on, then everything will be a threat. Everything will be a danger. Everything will be a reason to rush, to be impatient, to be frustrated, to be judgmental, because that's the consciousness, that's the emotion we're living by. So now you have a problem with a coworker, you have a problem with your partner, whatever it is that you use as an example, and you have to give a presentation. Now you really have one of two choices. Either be victimized by those conditions in your life and stay in that emotional state. And I'll say to you, why are you that way? Well, I'm this way because of this person, the circumstance, the person or circumstance is controlling the way I feel and the way I think. Anything that controls the way I feel and the way I think, I'm victim to, right? Or I actually can be a creator now. Okay, so when it's the hardest, it matters the most. Okay, so there's going to be a story, a valid story, that's going to go along with those emotions that you're going to have to give up that you can address at another time from a different state. If you're altered in that state and you say something, you do something, you write the email, you send the text, you'll always regret it. You'll always say, I should have never said that. I should have never done that. We've got to learn that we're in an altered state at that time. So it's only one of two choices. You either stay there the whole day and tell everybody that story, or you say, okay, let me take a moment. Remember that this is the experiment called life, okay? Let me practice getting relaxed in my heart. Let me slow the animal down. Let me practice that. Take a few minutes now. Let me breathe. Let me get my state back. Let me change everything, okay? Let me remember who I am, who I want to be when I open my eyes. And let me practice that again. Now, even if you had to do that 10 times in one day, I would say it was a day worth living. I would say it was a day worth living. And when we do walking meditations, Once we understand how the brain works to create a mind, we can go beyond the comfortable boundaries of what we already know. When we can unite our conscious mind to that infinite mind with unlimited potential, we will have access to a world of new possibilities. Consciousness is the only element that makes sense of how we can change the brain and mind. It is that intangible aspect of ourselves that influences the brain to produce mind. The time that we are truly conscious, attentive, aware, and present is when we change how the brain works to create a new level of mind. When we can use the conscious mind together with the subconscious mind, we will be able to modify our hardware and upgrade our operating systems. At that moment of merging consciousness, the brain can be rewired. The concept revolves around the notion that by shifting our thoughts and emotions, we can actively shape the outcomes in our lives, transitioning from feeling like victims to realizing ourselves as creators of our reality. This requires surpassing the limitations imposed by circumstances and cultivating a mindset of empowerment. As we begin to witness tangible results stemming from our altered perceptions and emotional states, we become more attuned to our role in shaping our experiences. Our mission is to impart the tools necessary to reverse this cycle. Every aspect of our lives, from people to places to possessions, is encoded within the neural pathways of our brains. These neural maps serve as a repository of past experiences and learned behaviors, influencing our emotional responses and perceptions. Our interactions with the external world, whether with bosses, co-workers, or former partners, are filtered through these neurological networks, often dictating our reality and shaping our personalities. Through understanding this dynamic, we can reclaim agency over our lives by consciously reshaping our thoughts and emotions. By breaking free from the constraints of past conditioning, we unlock the potential to manifest a reality aligned with our desires and aspirations. Our curiosity lies in exploring whether altering our thoughts, actions, and emotions can instigate profound changes in our lives. By consciously shifting these fundamental aspects of our personality, we embark on a journey of transformation, transcending the limitations imposed by external circumstances. Rather than succumbing to victimhood, we empower ourselves to navigate challenges with greater consciousness, pausing to reflect on how we choose to think, act, and feel, essentially engaging in meditation. Delving deeper, we also examine the patterns of thought, behavior, and emotion that no longer serve us, comprising the vast majority of our unconscious programming. This unconscious realm, comprising about 95% of our being, often dictates our actions without our awareness, making it easier to forget than to remember to enact change. However, by consciously challenging and overcoming these ingrained patterns, we catalyze transformative effects in our lives. Embracing this process of self-creation is where the excitement lies. As we recognize our capacity to shape our reality, we tap into the exhilarating potential of being the architects of our own lives. If you like this content, please share it with your friends and family who may also be in need of a solution. Leave a like and subscribe to our channel to get more inspiring content like this. Thank you for listening. Wish you good luck in life.